With so many people these days being all about likes, viewership, or having an extensive follower count, the online world is something that's been nicely highlighted in the horror genre across the past decade or more. In fact, some of the very best horror movies of recent memory have explored social media, offering up crazed stalkers, supernatural shenanigans, and just plain old psychopaths. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, well, X, YouTube, or whatever, I'm Andrew from What Culture Horror, and here are the 10 most terrifying social media horror movies. Number 10, Influencer. From director and co-writer Curtis David Harder, 2023's Influencer introduces us to Madison, the titular character who's on vacation in Thailand where, frankly, she's having a bit of a naff time. While her online persona is having the best time, the reality is that Madison's bored, lonely, spends most of her time rattling around her hotel room, and only turns on a smile when the camera's on. That is, until she meets CW. CW pulls Madison out of her slump and actually turns this vacation into a fun one. Of course, this being a horror movie, all is not as it seems with CW, and she takes a new friend to a remote island, drugs her, and leaves poor Madison for dead. And that's just the opening 20 minutes. The Influencer then switches focus to CW imitating Madison and taking over her online life, all as Madison's boyfriend comes looking for her, and another influencer, Jessica, ends up in CW's crosshairs. Number 9, Like Me. The most trippy movie featured here, Like Me may admittedly not be for everyone. With its bright colours, bonkers imagery, and wider sense of what the flub is actually going on. Here, Amber Timlin plays Kaya, a lonely young adult desperate for online fame, and when a video of a masked Kaya pretending to hold up a gas station, complete with a cashier peeing their pants in terror, scores over 2 million views overnight, Kaya basks in the multitude of positive comments that seem to give her happiness and a sense of validation. Of course, the internet being the internet, it's not long before a few negative comments pop up, including one telling Kia to slit her own wrists. And these comments motivate her then to seek out renewed validation with other twisted videos. Before you know it, Kaya has seduced a seedy hotel owner and embarked on a bizarre day-glow mission to keep the online likes coming. Oh, and there's a lot of intense ooey gooey, noisy, close-up eating scenes. Just because. Number 8, Friend Request. A key part of 2016's Friend Request is a knockoff Facebook app that yet again proves why it's not good to live out every element of your life online. When popular college kid Laura receives a friend request from her loner classmate Marina, Laura's friends mock the fact that Marina has 0 friends on this platform. Still, Laura decides to accept this request after being impressed by some of Marina's trippy art animations. From there, Marina becomes obsessed with Laura's moves both online and in the real world, and this all comes to a head shortly after pictures of Laura's birthday party are posted online. A birthday party Laura told Marina she wasn't actually having. Taking a dark turn though, Marina takes her own life after Laura unfriends her, and this suicide is uploaded online as Laura and her friends are targeted by the spirits of Marina as they delve into her murky past. Number 7, Don't Hang Up. Receiving a short theatrical release in 2017, Don't Hang Up opens with a woman terrified after receiving a call from the police to say an intruder is in her house and targeting her daughter. Before it's revealed that this call, it's a hoax, and we're introduced to 4 online pranksters who are, just total pricks. As further highlighted by 2 of the group, Sam and Brady, later drinking beers and ringing strangers to, amongst other hilarious things, inform them that their wife has been in a fatal car crash, their teenage daughter is pregnant, or their other half is having an affair. And then they make a call to Mr. Lee. Tired of such jock BS behaviour, Mr. Lee promises that Sam and Brady will get their comeuppance, and the stranger keeps calling through the night, delivering nuggets of information with each new call, ranging from personal details and addresses, to loved ones being held hostage, to murky secrets. Even better, Don't Hang Up as a belting reveal at its close, and yes, it's truly glorious to see such obnoxious characters put through the ringer. Number 6, Deadstream. The lengths to which people will go to maintain a strong online presence, it's quite extreme. Obviously, here at What Culture Horror, we sacrifice goats to the YouTube gods on a daily basis in order to bring in those likes, shares and subscribes, and Deadstream Sean is another force to go to such extremes. Played by co-writer and co-director Joseph Winter, Sean loses a bunch of subscribers and sponsors after posting a controversial video. With just one sponsor left, Sean has to promise to spend a whole night streaming in the ominous Death Manor, a haunted house where several people have died. Throwing a further spanner into the mix is the surprise appearance of superfan Chrissy at the property, as Sean has to explore every nook and cranny. Making Deadstream even more terrifying is how it uses found footage to put you in the thick of the action with Sean and Chrissy. Number 5. The Cleansing Hour. Full of eerie, surprisingly brutal sequences, the Cleansing Hour takes streaming to an entirely different level by showcasing exorcisms. Though the catch here is that these exorcisms are sham ones, with the all-powerful Father Max simply an act from all involved in front of and behind the camera, and actors brought in to play the supposed possessed. With a major viewership and even selling fake Vatican-approved merchandise, the Cleansing Hour is big business. But all of this comes back to bite them on the backside when one of the actors is possessed by a very real demon. Making this all the worse, the actor in question is the wife-to-be of Father Max's producer and lifelong best friend, Drew, with this mischievous demonic presence looking to make all involved pay for their sins in front of a live global audience. Number 4. Superhost. Hey, I'll always take an opportunity to shine a light on writer-director Brandon Christensen's brilliant Superhost. It's a fantastic film. A three-pronged picture, complete with a cracking cameo from genre favourite Barbara Crampton, Superhost centres on travel bloggers Claire and Teddy, as they find themselves staying at a stunning remote property owned by the quirky Rebecca. With Claire in particular obsessed with getting those likes, even believing a genuine marriage proposal from Teddy was simply a stunt for more views. The oft-erratic Rebecca is put in front of the camera to exploit her unique, magnetic charisma. Making Superhost even more fun is that it's honest with its audience from the get-go, making it pretty darn clear that Rebecca has a sinister underbelly to her. And part of that fun is waiting for those moments where the mask starts to slip, with Rebecca actress Gracie Gillan fantastically switching from charming, helpful host to crazed, murderous psychopath in the blink of an eye. Number 3. Sissy. From writer-director duo Hannah Barlow and Kane Sains, Sissy is a proper treat, managing to gloriously mix a joyous, warm tone with moments of intense, brutal, bloody action, all anchored by a phenomenal Aisha D as Cecilia, aka Sissy. A popular lifestyle vlogger with a large Instagram reach, Cecilia bumps into her childhood best friend Emma, ends up invited to Emma's engagement party, and eventually to Emma's bachelorette party. So far, so good, as these two drifted apart friends reconnect and rekindle a relationship that was clearly once so important to them both. But when another old classmate, Alex, is mentioned, Cecilia has traumatized flashbacks of the bullying she received from Alex years ago. And even worse, Alex is at this bachelorette party and doesn't take long to revert to type and poke fun at Sissy and her career. Clearly suffering a form of PTSD from that childhood bullying, things take a turn for Cecilia when she believes she's accidentally killed Alex, which then leads to several other deaths as the social media star desperately tries to cover her tracks. Number 2. Tragedy Girls. Anchored by a fantastic Alexandra Shipp and Brianna Hildebrand as murder-obsessed high schoolers Michaela and Sadie, Tragedy Girls sees its two leads running their own crime blog and desperately trying to increase their readership and Twitter followers. Deciding that murder in their small Midwestern town is best for online engagement, they lure out renowned serial killer Lowell Orson Lehman, capture him, and carry out a bunch of their own murders which the public believe to be the work of Lehman. Et voila! The Tragedy Girls blog and accompanying social media accounts see a surge in popularity. Played with a large dollop of humour, Tragedy Girls doesn't hold back with its brutality when needed, and it likewise flips some of the familiar, tired tropes of the horror genre on their head, most noticeably in how the bulk of the film's victims are men as the two young ladies embark on their bloody rampage. Number 1. Like, Share, Follow. At the heart of 2017's Like, Share, Follow, we have Garrett Hoffman, a successful YouTuber who spends his time gaming, making skits, and just generally chewing the fat with his followers. Upon picking up some fan mail, Garrett meets Shell, a mail clerk he immediately has a crush on and gives his number to. Text messages are exchanged, a fun date is had, and the two spend the night together at Garrett's. Upon waking up though, Shell reveals herself as Fangirl22, one of Garrett's biggest fans. Feeling duped into having sex with someone he never would have before, with Garrett having always ruled out a relationship with one of his followers, our social media superstar freaks out and asks Shell to leave. From there though, Garrett ponders the ethics of dating a fan, only for Shell's behaviour to become more intense and erratic. Dead bodies pile up, buildings are burnt down, and Garrett's in a race to not only salvage his sabotaged online reputation, but to avoid the murderous intent of his scorned lover.